Hello, this is a short video showing you how to log into a RealBridge session for Pinner Bridge Club. So the best place to start is at the Pinner Bridge Club website, and if you look on the left hand side there's an option, a menu option called RealBridge. Click on that once and it will take you to the RealBridge page where there's a lot of information on how to use RealBridge and how to solve all sorts of problems. The links themselves to the sessions are halfway down the page in a table here. Now we will also send these links out via email, so even if you don't come in through the website you can click to join them by email. But I'm going to show you how to join them from the web page. But before I do that, there's one thing I want to point out, which is this earlier on the page there's an option called video and audio testing. So if you haven't played RealBridge before or you haven't played for a while, it might be worth testing that your camera and microphone are working okay. So if you click on this link, there's a test page that will show whether they're working properly. So you get to camera test and click on start test. And if you appear in this black box here, then you know your camera's working and all is well. If there's any problem with your camera, or with the hardware or the setup, then there'll be an error message in here, and RealBridge have provided a lot more information on this page which will tell you how to solve any problems if your camera isn't working correctly. The other thing to point out down at the bottom of the page is the microphone test, and as you see, as I'm speaking, this green bar moves up and down showing me that the microphone is actually working and the sound is getting through to RealBridge. So I'm now confident that my hardware is working correctly and that if I was to play RealBridge I will be seen and heard. Okay, so I'm going to end the test, close that web browser back down, and I'm back in on the Pinner Bridge Club website on the RealBridge page that I selected earlier. So to join, all I need to do now is to press on this link here. Now these links are only active from approximately 30 minutes before the scheduled start time of the game. So don't click on them much earlier than that, because the director probably hasn't made the session live, so you'll just get an error message. But once we get to the point where it's about half an hour before the game starts, you can click to join, which I'm going to do. When you click to join, a web browser page opens. So this is one of the great advantages of RealBridge. There's no software to load, no apps. It just opens in a new web browser page. So here we are with the page that you need to use to log into the session. There's a couple of things we're going to ask you to do. The first is to make sure you put your full normal name in there. So don't put in a BBO nickname or BBO username. Don't put just your first name in there. We'd like to know who's playing in our sessions. We want to be sure that we've got members and guests of members playing, and also that we know who they are so that we can track them down and send an invoice to them at the end of the month when we ask for settlement of payment for table money. So please put your full name in. The other thing to see here, there's a box called ID number. Put your EBU number, your EBU membership number in there if you can. If you've forgotten it or don't know it, you can leave it blank and it's not going to stop you logging in, but it helps us a great deal if you do that. If you aren't an EBU member, leave it blank. If you're playing in the Pinner Gentle Duplicate sessions, just put your email address in there rather than the EBU number. But for normal club duplicate sessions, put your EBU number in there. That will help the director a great deal when it comes to processing the results at the end of the night. One other thing that you might want to consider here is this option halfway down the screen. It says high contrast UI. If you're having trouble seeing the cards or with eye strain and picking out all of the detail on the RealBridge page, because there's a lot of information on the RealBridge screens, you may struggle, some people struggle to see everything. If you click this high contrast UI option, it does present the information in another way that you might find clearer and easier to read. So that's something to consider next time you log into RealBridge if you've been struggling. Okay, so once you put your name and your EBU number in, we can just log in. And here we are. It's just like walking into any other bridge club. There are some tables. People will be sat at those tables if you arrive just before the game. At the moment, there's nobody else, of course, in this session because this is a test session that I've set up. But if you were to look here, you would normally see players' names sitting around these tables. You would look for your partner and you would sit opposite them. So I'm going to assume, for example, that that my partner is sitting west at table 1. I'm going to then want to sit opposite them at east. So I just click on this button here, sit east, and that will take me into that table. And here I am. I can now chat with my partner or wait for them to arrive. And when the opposition arrive, I can chat with them as well. And when the game's ready to start, the director will start the session, cards will appear, and we're all ready to play RealBridge. That's really all there is to this. I hope you found it useful. If you've got any questions, let me know. Otherwise, enjoy playing RealBridge. Hope to see you online soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.